Hello, my name is Gregtech and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just over by the circuit assembly machine and I just put the bioprocessor in it. So that is set up for that. Unfortunately, I have not got everything set up here because we're not quite ready to do that yet. I have a bunch of, I have 138 biocells, but we're going to need a lot more. Don't we need like 512? I think it's 512. You need 16 of those boards and it's 32 each. Yeah, 512. So quite a while off that. Just kind of have stuff running at the moment. The 4 circuit, for this, they work great. Unfortunately, the agar is not. Now the agar is the kind of backlog here, which is not super surprising, because that is a complicated kind of craft here. I could probably turn this into a large chemical reactor to speed that up, but basically what I've done is just turning it off and then just building up some agar, and then we'll start running that stuff again. I'm not in a super big rush. We could probably turn it back on. We have 1,000. But that will kind of tear through that relatively quickly. But I just noticed that I should probably switch that out to one of those quantum chests. Yeah, why don't I do that for the stem cells? That's what we want. Quantum chest. Tank. Quantum chest. Relatively easy to craft up if my AA system wants to start it. Alright, what are you having an issue with? I feel like it happens occasionally. It doesn't want to start. Yeah, there it goes. I don't know. I think maybe it was, what I think is happening is, like, I go to say, okay, craft this up, and then an auto crafting recipe will start. Like, okay, I need to craft up 8 iron, and it'll go in that first computer, so it's technically not empty. Like, that would start, and it'll do it in that CPU. I think that's what's causing that, but I could be wrong. So yeah, we'll switch that out, and I think, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this whole setup. Just like I said, I need to expand it in a couple places or speed it up, or yeah, just basically is kind of just letting it run almost constantly. The diluted sulfuric acid I am running kind of low on, and that is the reason I wanted these brimstone combs, because you can get sulfur from that, and I'm using the sulfur to craft up, I don't know, it's in there somewhere, the diluted sulfuric acid. We're good for now. Yeah, we have 19,000, but I had about 55, so it has dropped quite a bit. But yeah, that is kind of where we're at today. I had a bit of an issue with my bees. As we can see, there's a whole lot of sand, and the reason for that is I was crafting up a whole bunch of this tree, malicious and exotic, viscous, corrosive, and we got up to caustic because we need the acidic is the one I want to get this brimstone. And it actually has, if we take a look at the acidic as the effect, and I actually didn't realize when it was running, I was noticing flowers popping off, but it was staying as grass. And when I changed dimensions and came back, all the sand had shown up. So it was actually turning the grass into sand, but it wasn't like updating the blocks. I think the block needed to be like updated before it switched over to sand. So unfortunately, with the Caustic Queen running in the World Accelerator. It did kind of a number on that. But, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'll just switch it back. Unfortunately, it is like underneath and everything. So I will probably just, once I'm done getting the bees that we need, the acidic, and I will probably, because this has, I'm pretty sure this has acidic as well. I'm sure with the name Acidic Princess, it's probably going to have the acidic trait. And yeah, so once I get that and breed out that trait with my windy drones, I'll fix all the sand. But yeah, the Laptron Queens are still chugging away. We now have 17,000 Lapatron dust, so feels pretty good. We look at this, we'll need 8 of these to get the ultimate battery. And a lot of stuff here that I really need to get some of this stuff going sooner than later. But we're gonna need, besides the 10 million bytes, which is hilariously hilarious, we need, I can't remember where it is, I think 100 or 350,000 more Laptron. So yeah, that is why that is running at super speed here. But yeah, that's kind of where I am at the moment. Basically, I've been bouncing back and forth between the Bacterial Vat and the bees, trying to get some of my infinite resources that we're going to need to craft up the rest of the stuff. So yeah, we're kind of getting there. We're almost at the end. You know, biocircuits will be used for the solar panels. I need to finish up crafting up my infinity armor, and then we're working on the ultimate battery, basically getting all the materials automated for that. Now, question is how I'll probably, I'm thinking almost, instead of doing like one world accelerator at UV, maybe having like a bunch at like 16 at LV, and I could have a lot more crops being accelerated right there. It's not going to be quite as fast, but I can do so many more. It's kind of what I'm thinking with that. Because I'll probably want, if I do like 16 LUV or something, whatever, like whatever I decide, and if I want to do, I could even do even more. If I wanted to do like 1 amp of UV power, UHV power, I could have a whole bunch. But maybe like each world accelerator will have like 1 crop, so I'd have 4 crops on each. Yeah, I could maybe even get, and technically, no, I can't. I was thinking I could maybe even do the one underneath. Maybe you could do 5, but that would be kind of annoying with the way the forestry farms work, because that's like the one below this is the stone. So I don't know if I like, maybe if I moved it up 1, I have the power would have to come from the top, which would not be great, but maybe that would let me get 5. I don't know, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe do multiple of these. I'm also started, don't know if we're gonna, well, actually, maybe I'll do that as a, we're gonna need an eternal singularity. That is definitely something, and it's quite difficult. Is it eternal? Yeah, eternal singularity. So the eternal singularity is all of these. So it's 7 of these, and then each of these is one of, like, we need each of these. So I'm thinking maybe this could be a final craft as well. Get kind of everything set up here. So this nitronic singularity needs lapis, golden, or lapis, gold, silver, iron, redstone, tin, copper, yeah, something like that. So maybe craft up one of these kind of as a final craft as well. I don't think I'm going to do this. These are just too expensive. Maybe. I mean, maybe we can, once I kind of finish the pack, you know, come back and, you know, every few weeks with it running kind of thing. And I don't know. We'll see. I haven't fully decided what I want to do with that. Anyway, let me cut here and kind of figure out what I want to do for today. All right, we are back, and I think I'm going to attempt to get this thing sorted out with some redstone logic. But I am really not good at this, but I think I have a general idea of how to do this, and we're going to use comparator. And basically when the fluid detector, I have it set up to continually increase. So right now it'll be a power of 1, and it'll continually go up the more full this gets. So I'm thinking, don't know the exact number, but we do half. I'm assuming that's going to be like a 7 would be my guess. Maybe 8. I'm not 100% sure with that. So what I'm thinking, and we'll see if this works. I don't know if this is going to work. I haven't tested this or anything, so it looks like the out is goes down facing away. So no, that's not what I want, is it? I need that to be, well, I guess that could work. Or do I need that to be, I'm trying to remember. So if this is greater than that, this will turn on. That's not what I want, is it? I think we need it to be like that, don't we? Wait. This is going to make me look really bad because I don't know how. I'm really bad about it. No, I guess this needs to be the end, doesn't it? Try this one more time. Yeah. Because, yeah, and then let me think. So the positive would need to be here. I don't know if this is set up in the best location. Basically, what I want it to do is this goes up, I'll have it set to a certain signal, and then we'll output that signal. I'm trying to, maybe that would work if I do the negative. So let me think. So I think it's the in. If the in is greater than the positive, it'll output a signal, or maybe it's if it's less than that. Yeah, I kind of need here. Let's try something. So I also have a potentiometer from Draconic Evolution, and basically this just lets you set a redstone signal. So right there, it's not setting anything. There, it's doing a 1. So that's outputting like a 1. I really should have this over while I'm, let's move this while I am testing. And I'll probably have to rearrange all this stuff when I kind of get this working the way I need to. There we go. Let's see. I need to see what. Yeah, so that's a 1. It looks like it may need to be. Let's see. Is that. It doesn't look like that's reading at all, because that one's not lit up. So I may need to put it at 1 out. But it may be like dropping. I'll wait. I should probably wait till that goes up to 2, but before we do that, let's just kind of sort this out. So basically what I want it to do, once this gets to a red signal of 8, I want it to output, is kind of what I'm thinking, and then we'll send it over here. And then I think I can use better things for this. I'm just kind of getting this working first, and then I'll worry about the way it looks. So I think I want to do positive. Yeah, all right. So that's, yeah, I want to do positive. So I'd say like once this gets above 7 redstone signal, then you can output. Yeah, but obviously this, I don't have much room here, so I may have to figure something out. This is totally just for like testing purposes. What about on the other side? Can I do the negative? I'm just curious what the negative, how that one works. All right, that looks like, it almost looks like it's doing the same thing. I know it's not, but so it looks like it's the same. It is outputting there, circuit 1, but now it's not because that's higher. I thought that was the positive. I don't know. Let's try that there, and then we'll come back. And like I said, I know this isn't really going to work, so that's, yeah, unfortunately that's... Let's do... It would be like this. And then... Man, yeah, this is definitely... We would do that. And then I think this would work. I don't want to pump that fast. I just kind of want, because I don't want to pull out like the entire thing before it shuts off. So let's just try this. And like I said, I'm going to have to kind of sort it out as we go. I think I'm going to upgrade these to the conduits, I think, because that will output a full strength the entire way. Whereas this, I'm pretty sure we'll do a 1 and then that won't really work. And I got to figure out the difference between the negative and the positive. So I think that would work. I'm not positive though. We do import conditional. This should turn this on, and let's just throw down like a tank or so while we're testing. Why did that turn off? Did I do something? Are we out of something? Oh, we're out of... Did I turn that off? Did I turn that off? I thought I turned that on. All right, that was weird. I don't remember touching that and it turned off. So let's just do a quick, I'm going to do a quick test here with a lever. If we put a lever here, this should give this a signal and this should pull out. Fortunately, I can't see how much is in it because it's covered up. All right, it doesn't look like it's going to work on that side, I don't think. I think it needs to be touching it. Wonder if I do. No. All right, I think it needs to be like on this side, unfortunately. Which I can do better with if I do the conduits, because I can have those next to each other without connecting. So let's try this. And see if that works. No, it's still not working there. All right, let's just make sure this works. Like if I do that, I want to make sure I got this right. So if I put this here. Could have sworn that should be pumping in. All right, let me import conditional, maybe inverted. I don't think, does it have to be like facing? Oops. All right, let me sort this out and see if we can get this working. I thought that would have pulled out from there, but I'm kind of wondering if the output hatch has to be facing that way. So yeah, let me see if I can get this kind of sorted out. All right, I am back and did a bit of testing, and I didn't realize this was actually facing down, and it was emptying out. So there was actually nothing in there to pull out. So that is one reason. Now, I have moved the machine controller so it's touching it. It didn't appear to be working when it was on this side, so I moved it here. And I'm going to see if that works if the output hatch is facing the wrong way. So let's go ahead and turn that on and see if that pulls out. Okay, it does pull out. All right, so that can stay facing like the wrong way. But it does appear this needs to be adjacent to it. I had a feeling it did. I didn't think it would work on the other side, but that is good to see. So I am just going to have to figure out a way. I may even have to move like the output hatch over here kind of thing so I can get this kind of like a better location, because this is kind of like a bad location. So let me see if I can figure this out. I'm pretty sure I want the fluid hatch going into the N. And I think I really wish I really need to let me quickly Google the positive and the negative just to make sure I'm thinking it's working the way I think it is. All right, did a bit more testing, and I tried the red alloy wires, but I couldn't get it to not connect to this. So I tried the insulated redstone, and this one you can run by stuff. But as we can see, this is kind of connecting, the texture at least, but I have it disabled, so I don't think it is. But we have a redstone signal of 3. So let's see if this actually works. If I lower this. Running, it is running. So if I, in theory, lower this, this should turn on and pull out, and then it should drop, and then it'll turn off, in theory. There we go, it turned on. It did pull out 6,000. All right, that's working. All right, let me put that up one more. So I need to move this thing. This is in the wrong place now. Actually, I don't even think I need a tank to... Yeah, maybe I do. There it is, right there. And be careful when you're breaking things, because I accidentally broke the maintenance hatch and ended up wasting some materials. So, yes. Right there. Yeah, so that'll go directly in there, and then we could do this again. Could probably put it right underneath, but actually, let's just do that. Storage bus. I want to set it because it's probably not going to, there's not going to be much, if anything, in here, but I just want to have that set so it doesn't put anything else in there. And then I guess that there, and that should get that going, and it should pull out. There must have been a little bit in the there must be some in the A system, and that's why it automatically inputted in there. And it looks like it is pulling out, and it should be going in there, which it is. All right, perfect. All right, so that is working. Now the question is this craziness over here working? So there's 48,000 in there. There's a thing, so let's reduce it to 1. It turns on, starts pulling out. This should drop. Turns off. All right, there we go. So it is actually working. All right, so I'm gonna have to put this up to like, oops, I don't know, 8, and I can probably put a faster pump on there, to be honest. That's quite slow. But I kind of want to keep it around half. I don't know. I can't tell if it's actually making a difference. It seems to be doing the full amount, whether it is halfway full or there's only 50 milliliters in there, but maybe I'm not noticing, like, does this amount, the amount it pulls, does that drop? But unfortunately, we are actually out of the nutrient agar. So I'm gonna have to, let's turn this off, and yeah, we'll just let this run. And I think this is actually, I don't know. We'll have to do some testing and see if this is actually, I mean, I know it works. We just tested it, but I don't know the amount. Is it 8? Is it 7? Like, what is it that gets this? And don't know if there's like a, I could maybe run it over, kind of like, so it's a little bit neater. I don't know. But I'm happy with that so far. Unfortunately, it is right over that, but I can actually get to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that kind of run, and I'm actually pretty pleased with that. If you have any suggestions or ways or items that I can use to make this a little more compact or better kind of thing, feel free to comment, because like I said, I am not in any way an expert at redstone logic. I have a tendency to avoid it as much as possible, just because I don't find it super exciting. It's just not my thing. But yeah, I'm all for suggestions with that. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.